Hello, welcome to my channel, Graveyard Tours. I'm out in somewhere near Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Look at this old church. I was hoping there would be a placard or something with, some historical register site or something here, but there's not. This is a very old church. You can tell it was late 1800s, maybe even mid 1800s. Very old graveyard. A lot of these tombs out here are from the 1800s, and it varies, so very cool. Of course, there's always our veterans out here, and I always want to pay respect to them. And there's some, actually, I saw some when I walked around here. I found this place by accident. Thank you for your service. Again, I found this place by accident, just driving around and coming upon this place. And this is a typical cemeteries that you'd find out here in near Johnstown, Pennsylvania. They're everywhere. And mosquitoes are biting. But yeah, everywhere. So this is 1895. Last name of Good. Of course, these are children's. Alice Good. Okay, so this is like a family burial plot here. Marguerite. So another children's. I don't like to see the children's graves, but I tell you what, back in the old days in the 1800s, a lot of children didn't make it. They died very young, a lot of them. And then you have, what's so weird, then you have these newer ones, 2018 or 2013, I'm sorry, then 2005. Thank you for your service. In some of my videos, now this Schaefer here is a well-known name here in Pennsylvania. Of course, there's no carvings on it, so they must have brought this. But you can see the very old tombstones here out here. So somebody mentioned to me, why don't I film merchant marines? So I did research on it, and the merchant marines are not very well known on the East Coast. Pennsylvania is on the East Coast. They're mostly out on the West Coast, near the Pacific Ocean. They have tons and tons of merchant marines out there, burial sites. They don't really have them here. This gentleman, William Goddard, died, looks like 1898. Thank you for your service. Probably World War I, and maybe the Civil War. And they always, the sun is right in my, yeah, this is Civil War. Sun is right in my eyes, so I'm sorry if I get any details incorrect. I can't really see, even with my shades on, I can't really see. But this is a very unique grave site with this very old church here. You imagine going back, good 150 years, and then you come across, you imagine what it was like back in those days. Horse and buggies probably were still in use, and what they were in use. Oh, here's a unique one. Herman Wilson. Let me get in front of this. I said the sun is so bright, you might even be able to see better than I can, because sun's just right in my eyes. Born June 1868, died February 13th, 1832. Oh, I'm sorry, no, 1892. Again, like I said, the sun is right in my eyes. So, but look at these very old tombstones. And a lot of these you can't even read. The information has been worn away decades ago. I just found a shade spot. But this is what you see all over Johnstown, all over Pennsylvania, actually. Very old graveyards. And I'm sure this church isn't even, it's all boarded up and everything. I'm sure they use it as storage, but they don't have services here. But I'm sure the church moved somewhere else, and then they still bury people, because I still see from the 2000 era. So here's another vet. This is an old one. Looks like E.W. Boutel, 2D New Hampshire Infantry. And that's very unusual. So let's see, what is this? Oh, this has got to be veteran, U.S. veteran. It's probably before World War One. Might be the Spanish-American War vet or something, because there's no date on it. I can't, some of these placards I can recognize where they're from. Some of them I'm still deciphering and still doing research and trying to find out, because there's quite a few of them actually. Not so easy. So, but there's a very old one here. I'm sure the church has records, so you can tell that the information is gone. Oh yeah, this is Civil War here. Okay, this Civil War. Yeah, information totally wiped away, worn away actually. Oh, look at this. That's a very unusual. I've never seen one like that. It's falling apart. The wings are broken. It's definitely falling apart. It's seen better days. Yeah. But very old cemetery. I don't know the oldest one. Again, I wish there was a placard. Now, usually around the church, you find the oldest tombstones. The closer to the church is usually the older ones. Now, these must be children. I don't see any information on them. And also, another interesting fact, I'm sure you heard about the Johnstown flood in the 1898, was it? 1898, the first one. And a lot of the grave sites for those Johnstown flood victims, the large flood victims, they were scattered. There's a lot of unknowns. Literally, almost like 800 of them are unknown. And but I also found out after doing some more research that a lot of these people are buried, the families, when they could identify the victims, they would put them in their own cemetery. So you'll see some tombstones that'll say died, drowned. It'll say just drowned. And usually that means that they drowned in the Great Flood of Johnstown. So look out, these are so old though. I mean, a lot of these are like mid 1800s. I've come to recognize the style of these. See, again, this looks like 1880. And thank you for your service. And that's Civil War. So, and then you have these slate ones. I love these slate ones. I mean, they have a unique style to them. They're very old. Let's see what this says. Memorial Mary. Connor of Daniel C. 1840. Wow, that's really old. July 4th, died July 4th, 1840. Wow, look at that. Died on 4th of July. Here's another one, very old. 1846. Daniel Collins died 78 years old. Now, these old slate ones here, I've seen quite a few of those here in Pennsylvania. So yeah, these are, again, this is mid 1800s, folks. Very old. And after coming to a lot of these cemeteries, you start to get a feel, like you start to feel the energies out here, and I'm feeling an energy out here. This one I am. Some of them you don't feel nothing, but this one I'm feeling the energy. So Some weird, oh, sounds like some, you can hear a dog in the background. Yeah, this is, they have some very unique, ornate ones though, out here. Oh, here's a child's, just the top of it, probably lost, either lost the rest of it, got broken, or that is what they had. And yeah, I don't like to see those. And of course, you always find ones that are just laying on the ground. Died, looks like February 10th, 1880s maybe. James Allison. Here's a very ornate one. Well, was. Seen better days, that's for sure. Died 1921. Oh, here's something interesting. Ethan A, 1860 to 1921. His wife, Mary E, 18 something, it's worn out, 1900. So she never got interned here. She probably moved away. Now you see quite a few of these. Very interesting to be carved and look like tree trunks. Very unique. Riblet. Again, sorry for the camera work. I'm just walking around and I just can't predict where the sun really is going to block the view. Let me get in the shade here a bit. Yeah, so, and this is kind of unusual. You see how close knit these stones or gravestones here are. And then you have all these spaces here. Now probably, there's probably bodies buried here. You can actually almost see where bodies are buried here. And then probably the headstones either didn't have one, or the headstones just got damaged and destroyed and disappeared over time. So you see quite a few of those too. You can almost spot where the burials are, the way the ground is, the way the ground looks. You can just, you know, see the outline. Here's another. Again, so there's no 1925. That's World War I. Yes, yep, World War I. Thank you for your service. So that's it, folks. I could be out here for hours, really, to be honest with you. But again, very, very unique graveyards all over Pennsylvania that are like this. And this one has a different feel to it, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you would, hit that like button, subscribe button if you would. It helps me out. I want to keep doing this if I can. So the only way I can do it, if I get support just by, I'm not asking for money or nothing, I'm just asking for, you know, hit the subscribe. Oh, here's something. I have to show this one. Died 1865, it looks like. Emina, wife of David Watt, died. Looks like 1865. She was 44 years old in 20 days. Yeah, they really had some very unusual first names and last names back in the day. This one looks like a very lonely headstone. It's been repaired, cracked, and again, no information on it. You'll see lots of those. The very old ones, they just get worn away. Okay, folks, I'll cut it short. But that's it. Somewhere in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. That's all I really know. Again, I just drive and I find these places. And this is what I find. So, till next time, keep watching, and I'll keep doing these. Thanks a lot. You guys have a good one. Bye.